folks. The Chevy Silverado 250 here for the Truck Series, our second race of the playoffs and the second race of the round of 8. After qualifying third, I had the lead. The horn went off. Thought I had the quickest time. I guess I qualified third. Two drivers that ended up finishing after me because of the session qualifying ended up qualifying ahead. So I thought we had the pole, not quite. So it's going to be our best starting position so far this year, though, in a third place qualifying effort. That's where we'll start in this one as well, of course. And so here we go. Raphael Lassard starting at the rear. So is Matt Crafton and Grant Enfinger. Crafton and in a must-win scenario after what happened last night at Bristol. So let's see here for race 2 who will get it done. We'll be going for playoff points, of course, to go into the next round. So we're going to go for the stage win as well as the race win. Green flag in the air. Stage 1 is underway here at Canadian Tire, as we are going to have 20 laps here in this one. Quickly after the first turn, we're going to fall back to 4th. Restarting on the outside going into the first turn here because of the road course. And quickly going to get right back up to 3rd in the next corner on Stuart Friesen. It'll be very interesting to see how the traffic is going to work here throughout the course of this race. And again, yes, 20 laps here in the opening stage. This is a 63 lap race in total. Oh, little wheel hop there, trying to get back into the gas. This is the first and only road course race for the Truck Series all season, and it comes in the playoffs. Thank goodness we're in the next round. Usually run pretty good on the road courses, but we'll see how this is going to go today. There's Johnny Sauter trying to lead the opening lap of the race. Brett Moffitt started on the pole. And after losing the lead, here we go. Trying to get around him for second as well. A little bump on Moffitt there that time. We're going to rub up against him as well. This is going to get tight now. Oh, wow, as we about go wide, but we're going to stay side by side with him as we ride along out the in-truck cam. We might just let him go. Yep. Going to let him get on by us. At least for right now. Try to get him back eventually. Technically first road course here for Haley Deegan in his career, with this being a rookie season. Good corner there. It's all about trying to set everybody up right now. See how we can maybe get through these corners, set these drivers up that are not only ahead of us, but pull away from the ones behind. We're pulling away from Todd Gillen, who's just taken over 4th from Stuart Friesen. Get a really good run into that corner. So the bump and run didn't work the last lap on Brett Moffitt. We'll see if it works this time as we rub up against him now. Just like that, we're up to 2nd. See if we can try to catch the race leader of Johnny Sauter up here. Sauter with a little bit of a wheel hop there into turn 2. Using the controller in this race here tonight.
Left side. You got room. You're clear there.
Woo! You get so skatey in that corner. Sharpest corner on the racetrack. So hard just to hang on to that truck, but here we go though right now. This is a good start to this thing. Those final 3 corners seem to be the fastest corners for us on this entire racetrack, so that's good, especially knowing when we can get to the closing ends of both the stages and the race. Go a little wide there, but we're going to hang on to our position easily. It's just kind of losing interval ground from the race leader, Johnny Sauter. Just could really tighten that corner all of a sudden. Just stayed in the gas all the way around that the finish of that sharp corner that time. Really watch those. Sauter, that's a little bit of ground. It seems like the second half of this racetrack is our better half. Sauter beats us on the first half, but we're better than him in the second half of the of every lap. Then we close the door.
That was a great lap.
Came 0.3 of a second that last lap. We're doing a great job trailing Johnny Sauter though right now. It's going to be really tough to catch him in the dirty air here. We can keep him contained here, I think we'll be fine. Don't let him get too far away. Oh, Sauter seems to be going wider and wider through that corner each time, and it's seemingly costing him, but that could have cost us a little bit of time there as well. But we quickly get back in the gas. That little bit of a bobble there, getting into the sharp corners, enough for Sauter to beat us back to the gas, and on the longest straightaway of the racetrack, the worst area of the track where we want him to beat us to the gas. Especially with our best corner coming up next. And we are right on his back bumper, gaining 0.3 of a second the last 2 laps. Well, 0.3 of a second 2 laps ago. A second, but nevertheless, we closed the gap on Sauter. That's all that matters here at this point. Johnny sweeps wide here and there. If we keep the pressure on him, I'm sure he's going to make a mistake eventually here. Oh man, look how close we got to the back bumper there. We ran our line though. We never did anything different. We just might have looked like I rolled out of the gas a little more, but I mean the truck was getting tight anyway. Man, really pushed off that curve there. Big hop, all 4 tires coming up. Now we try to work on him again. Haley Deegan within striking distance now. Big move on Johnny Sauter. We're going to get to his inside. That's a clean pass. Will Sauter get us back now? At the line. Deegan clears him at the start-finish line, and just like that, Haley Deegan back out in front at Canadian Tire. He's in all the racetrack through turn 1, really trying to block him off once again. There goes Sauter. What a great battle for the lead right now.
All clear.
A little tight through that corner once again. Sauter going to try to fight right back.
Left side.
Sauter under heavy pressure right now, trying to get back into this once again. And that Ford F-150, we're doing a great job blocking him off right now. Hopefully we can pull him into these next 3 corners. If at all possible, we'll see if he runs it in deep here. Nope, not going to do it. Gained a half second on Sauter that last lap. Or pulled away a second rather. Oh man, got really loose there off of the first turn.
Left side.
We're still trying to catch the truck. Side by side, we get really tight again, and again we're barely able to stay in front of him, at least for right now. Todd Gillen now, oh wow, Sauter drives it in deep. Contact was made, and Johnny Sauter is going to get the bump and run that time. Now Johnny Sauter has taken the lead here at Canadian Tire. It'll be a lead change back at the line once again. I was not expecting Johnny Sauter to throw it in deep there, but nevertheless he did, and despite the contact made, he's going to nab the race lead. No clue how these tires are going to last all the way to the end of the stage, especially with how hard we have been running so far. Still 12 laps to go now in stage number 2. Yeah, our fuel's not even going to be enough to make it to the end either, though, so I guess that doesn't matter. We're actually burning quite a bit of fuel here, so we will have to take a pit stop at some point in time before the end of the stage, so we might as well just try to split the stage in half. Pit every 10 laps seemingly. Maybe a little bit of a short pit might be what it's going to take here to try and catch Johnny Sauter once again. Sauter got about a 1.5 seconds lead here. We got a long win streak hanging in the balance here in this race. And right now it's looking like a great battle here between me and Sauter as far as who is going to get the advantage to try and win this thing here tonight. Really pushed off the curb that time. Still tight. Wow.
Drop your speed, driver.
Really just trying to catch the truck still. We were tight through those couple corners that time. That entire last lap, we only gained a 1/10 of a second. Wow, we really caught Johnny Sauter a ton now that last lap. At the line, we're halfway through stage 1, 10 laps to go now. So we're currently about 6 truck lengths, 7 truck lengths back from Sauter still, but we got lap traffic here coming up this lap. A little wide there by accident, but Johnny Sauter kind of stuck behind one of the lap trucks. And now a caution, so our first caution of the race will come out. So we'll take 4 fresh tires here And I'm sure a lot of other guys are going to take 4 fresh tires as well. So we will have 7 laps to go. And we did win the race off of pit road. So after winning the race off of pit road here, we're going to lead the field to the green flag. Green flag in the air here. 7 to go in stage 1. Brett Moffitt actually moved up to second. Johnny Sauter lost 2 spots on pit road that last time. Johnny Sauter trying to hold on strong. And now Brett Moffitt rather, trying to hold on strong. And here he comes. He's going to shoot the gap. Big crossover move now by Sauter.
Alright, you're clear there.
Oh wow, we're running way wide that time, and again, here comes Moffitt. Moffitt on the outside. At least in that corner. Now we're going to be on the outside in this corner. Running way wide once again, just trying to get right back on track, and we are going to put the bumper to the back of the 24 truck of Moffitt. And what happened to Johnny Sauter? Sauter's lost a ton of spots off this restart as we're looking to go side by side for the lead with Brett Moffitt to the outside. Here comes Haley Deegan. Quickly trying to jump in front of the 24 now.
Watch your speed, please.
Woo. Really just trying to whip and throw this truck in there. 6 to go. 6 laps to go in the opening stage of the race. Sauter fell all the way back to 6th on the restart. He's trying to fight back into this one. Really don't know how this is going to go as far as the stages are considered. I think we're going to take maybe 2 tires here under this caution. I think that's likely what we're going to have to do. Try and conserve our tires, but for right now, also, we're definitely going to try to win this opening stage of the race. That is for sure. This truck's just not getting good fuel mileage around this track today. That is also for sure. We got 3 playoff drivers right now in the top 4. First, 3rd, and 4th on the racetrack. More than that in the top 10 for sure. Five to go. I'm sure Todd Gilliland's going to try to do everything he can right now to maybe make a run at us. We know Johnny Sauter is arguably the fastest truck in the field. It's either me or him. Really just depends on who's got the clean air at the moment. As of right now, it's me. And in fact, Sauter not only in dirtier air, but back in the 5th spot, battling with Stuart Friesen for 4th. Oh, we're going to go wide here. Nope, not quite. We did get on the brakes in time. I thought we were going to slide the tires there for a second. We got on the brakes really well. It has to do with the fresh tires we've got on it right now. That last lap, no, never mind. I was thinking the last lap was the fastest lap we've had in this race. That was not the case. It was close though. 500ths of a second off from our fastest time of the race so far. Not really pulling away like we were earlier on. And here we go. We got a race with 4 to go for the stage lead. Oh, and we're going to go wide, and now Todd Gilliland is going to take over the race lead. Gilliland with 4 laps left in the stage is not only going to take the lead away, but he's got a chance to upset stage 1 as a non-playoff driver here looking for the win. I did not see that coming, that is for sure.
Left side.
Now Brett Moffitt is right there.
Right
What's
side.
going on right now?
Oh,
Contact with Sauter. We try to hold on. Sauter's up to third now. He just passed Moffitt for position. He's trying to get us for second too. As we try to pull away from him, we're about 2 seconds back now from Todd Gilliland. We somehow pulled away in the stage. Finishing second in the stage is not going to help us at all.
left side.
As far as trying to win the stage is considered. So we're not necessarily racing for points here with getting the win in the last race, just simply trying to race for race wins and stage wins, but it just doesn't look like this stage is going to go our way, because even if we do get our second caution of the race, it will bring us to the end of the stage. Never say never. Doesn't look likely.
All right, I need 2 more good laps from you.
I think Gilliland might have beat us back to the gas that time. And we're closing in. If we can get to his back bumper by the end of the final lap of the stage, we will try to use our front bumper to his back bumper. I just don't think we're going to be able to get close enough. We are pushing very, very hard right now. We have pulled away from Sauter, but we're still 2 seconds back with 1 lap to go in the first stage of the race. And again, it looks like Todd Gilliland, though, just pulling away. Look at this. It's going all over the place right now, just trying to run him back down. Just doesn't look like it's going to happen, as now we're about 2.5 seconds behind. So that one mistake, not only costly for that, but costly in the sense that we're now 3 seconds off the race lead and still trying to catch him. Now back down to 2.5 seconds back. 3 corners to go, though, in the opening stage of the race. Just over a second ahead of Johnny Sauter. We're going to try our hardest here. Really just trying to run him down. We're way too far back, so we're not going to push it real hard into these final 3 corners, with knowing that we're not going to win this stage. Todd Gilliland will come around to the start-finish line. Gilliland wins stage 1. Deegan second in stage 1.
A few stage points.
Johnny Sauter third, so the top 3, neither of them were off to a good start, so to say. So now we're going to have pit stops again. We're going to take right side tires only. We will pit as well, of course. We're going to win the race off the pit road, only taking 2 tires under that stop.
We're going green. Be ready.
Trying to get the track position battle now. Green flag is going to be back in the air here at Canadian Tires. We have 17 laps to go.
Right, you're clear.
17 laps in the second stage of the race. Rest of the field on 4 fresh tires, also only having 2. We'll see how much faster that they're going to be, and I would assume they're going to be a lot faster. It's a matter of how much can we hold on here. On worn out tires, Gilliland is coming. So is Johnny Sauter.
Left side.
Both of these two have shown great speed in the stage as Gilliland makes slight contact with us. Now we're going to clear him coming out of the sharpest corner of the racetrack. See if we can pull him down along the straightaway now. Nope, that's not going to happen. Kind of risky taking just the 2 tires, but the right sides only when left sides are actually wearing out worse. So usually, in a circumstance like this, left side tires would be what we would take if we took a 2-tire stop, but I guess we don't have that option. Nevertheless, just still trying to hold on. We're going to lead the opening lap of stage 2. We missed out on the playoff point in the first stage, finishing second to Todd Gilliland. So Todd is going to try to fight right back here.
Left side.
And there he goes. He might have the advantage. Big side draft there from Gilliland that time. Gonna try to get him back.
Clear right. Right side. Left side.
We are there. Oh, huge block and a wheel spin at that, and now a bump from Gilliland. The bump actually kind of slowed him down because now Johnny Sauter side by side for second, and that might allow us to pull away. At least for now. So Sauter and Gilliland try to figure out that second position. How about Haley Deegan right now off to a great start. 15 laps to go in the stage. Look at how hard Gilliland is pushing. Not going to get to us yet. He's going to look to make the move soon though. Looking outside, looking inside. Neither spot was there. He closes into the back bumper. He used the bumper last time we were in the sharp corner. Now he's going to look to the outside of us. That's not going to work either. And again, that's going to allow Johnny Sauter to try to work the inside. But it looks like Gilliland's going to be able to clear him here down the long straightaway. Sauter trying to get whatever sort of clean air he can. Trying to work his way back around, but Gilliland did beat Sauter back to the gas. About a 1 second lead, a little less than a 1 second lead right now. 14 to go in the stage. So that is a full tank of fuel to the end from right now. We're road course racing here in this one, but it has been a fun one so far. Despite qualifying third, we finished second in the first stage, and now we did lead laps there, but the caution definitely didn't help right when we were starting to pull away. Oh wow, Gilliland really just tries to throw it in there. He makes contact with us in the process, and now here comes Johnny Sauter. And that contact actually hurt Gilliland more than it helped him, because Johnny Sauter's going to move past him and up to second. And we'll see if Johnny Sauter can try and contest here for the race lead on Hailie Deegan at this point in the race. Go to the in-truck cam now here for the second time this afternoon. Again though, that left front tire is of right now pretty worn out at a 26%. When do I take my 4-tire pit stop?
Right side.
Now here comes Sauter trying to fight right back.
All right, you're clear there.
Johnny looking inside into the sharp corner up ahead. Again, he closes the door, but he can't quite make the pass that time. Trying to pull back away once again here down the longest straightaway of the racetrack. Gonna stay out at least one more lap now. A little bit of a wheel spin, but all is good. 12 laps to go in the stage. It'll be interesting to see if we get a caution here in this stage, just like we did in stage number 2. It'll definitely be interesting to say the least. Johnny Sauter again though, closing the gap. Sauter is coming, looking high, now looking back down to the inside. Oh, a little loose.
Left side.
Really locking it down.
You got room, you're clear
Goodness,
there.
it's amazing how loose we are right now, but look at us, just keep control of the truck. Hailie Deegan with her hands full, trying to stay in front of both Sauter and Gilliland right now, down the longest straightaway of the racetrack once again. These older left side tires, again the right sides are equal, but the left sides are a lot older than what Johnny Sauter's got right now. But we're gonna hit pit road here this time.
Slow down.
Make sure we don't speed in the process. We did not. So here we go. We got pit stops coming. 4 fresh tires is going to be thrown on this 19 truck. It'll be our second set of tires we are going to use in this one. And to go as long as we can without doing that. So that means we could take a third set at the stage break, leaving us 1 set for the final 23 laps of the race. Then we will likely use the final set at some point in time in that stage as well. So yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a very fun race to the finish. Not sure how this is going to work in stage 2. Of course, everybody's going to have to pit at some point in this stage. So now we got 4 fresh tires compared to the rest of the field. Now it is time to gain track position. We did pit from the race lead, but we barely, and I mean barely, had the lead Ross Chastain having a rough going here in this road course race. Maybe seeming like he's not as great of a road course driver. I don't know, something here. Looking to get around him here down along the straightaway of the racetrack. So that was probably the best time to catch him. If we would have caught him there, we kind of caught him a couple corners before that. And we were finally able to get around Chastain. So it did slow us down a little bit. It's the time we need to gain the most here. Right after that pit stop.
Left side. I need 10 more on the left.
10 to go. Wow, I don't know why Anthony Alfredo's trying to block us. I get it's for position, but we've already pitted and he doesn't, so if the caution comes out, we're just going to stay out anyway. Man, look at him really just fighting to get around us as we go way wide now, so he's easily going to hang on to the position again that corner. And even allow Chastain to kind of close the gap on us again. Oh, slight contact there with Alfredo. That time we went way wide. We went even wider if it wasn't for that, but we will have 9 laps to go when we get to the start-finish line this time.
Still there. Left side.
Slight accidental contact there with Travis Quaffle. We are able to hold on to the 18th position on him though. Again, they will have to pit with at least 3 to go on the stage, not just because pit road would close the next lap, but that is the pit window. Unless we get a caution, then they might be able to make it to the end to get a yellow, but at that point I think they might just end up pitting anyways. Again, tough to say for sure, but we'll see. So Ty Gilliland in the race lead now. He has taken it away from Johnny Sutter. They haven't quite caught the lap traffic yet. They are getting somewhat close though. Again though, this is only a 63 lap race, and for a road course we've only had 1 caution so far, and it came in the first stage. No cautions yet here in stage 2. And now we have a caution here in stage 2. And that will now give everybody fresh tires to line up behind us. We are going to stay out of the pits, conserving our tires here, and we're going to try to win this stage. Jordan Anderson also stays out, so he must have pitted already as well. And so here we go.
Be ready here.
We are about to go green, so green flag back in the air here in stage number 2 as we have 5 laps to decide the winner of the stage. Quickly getting into turn 1, and in the middle of turn 1 we're going to clear Jordan Anderson with ease. Anderson clears everybody else behind him for second. Oh, we're going to go a little wide. There goes Anderson. Unbelievable. Jordan Anderson to the lead. Not one of the faster trucks in the field, but again, Jordan Anderson. Same amount of laps on his tires compared to us. He goes a little wide there. Gonna try to close the gap right back on him now. Boy, oh boy, here we go. This is going to get racy. Here's some Burton, Brett Moffitt behind us, trying to close the gap. They're playoff drivers who are not locked into the next round. I'm in the playoffs, but of course I'm locked in after that win in the last race. Here we go, closing the gap on Anderson now. Only 2 turns to go on the lap. A bump, a run. Coming off the final turn, can't quite get back to his bumper again, so that bump didn't really help me. It actually kind of helped him. Pushed him out a little too far ahead of us. We're trying our best to get around him. Want to pass him clean if at all possible. But while we're battling right now for the lead, Harrison Burton's closing in on both of us. And there he is. Burton is closed in to our back bumper now. Anderson goes a little wide again.
Left side, clear left.
Driving it in really deep, getting it to stick that time as well. And here we go. Drag race is on. Did we beat him back to the gas? We try to get in his draft right now. This is going to be close. We will have 3 laps to go in the stage when we get back to the line. Anderson leaves the bottom open here into the next corner. We shoot the gap down to the inside. Very tight. We're going to clear him easily. Can we stay clear through these next couple corners now? Will Anderson try to do a crossover move and get back around us again? He is not close enough to make that crossover move. And so here we go now. Just 3 laps to go here in stage number 2. For these final 3 laps of the stage, will Anderson be able to try and catch right back up to us again, or will Haley Deegan be able to win stage 2, something she did not do in stage 1? To make sure we weren't going to lock the tires down real bad right there. We got a 1-second lead on Anderson. Again, it'll be a 20-lap final stage of the race. We have not gone caution-free through an entire stage. We have 1 caution each of the first 2 stages. Still not quite to the end of this stage, but if the caution comes out again, that will be the finish. So can we just hold on for the final 2 laps here, as we got a 2-second lead now. Harrison Burton trying to work on Anderson. So we go to the front bumper cam for the final 2 laps of the stage, and the first 2 green flag laps of the final stage as well. Saying we got to take it easy. We still got to race to the end of the stage, get the playoff point, but won't have to race as hard, seemingly at least, and we'll see how deep Anderson might try to drive it in here. Stage 1 could go a long way for him, even though he's not in the playoffs, just being a single truck organization and owning his own team. And as we get a little loose, not what you wanted to see. But we're able to hold on easily, but here comes Anderson fighting right back. Harrison Burton about 1.5 seconds behind the race leader, just over a second behind Anderson for second. A little bit of bobble there through that sharp corner. Hitting the curbs, both of them. Oh, Anderson closes the gap, drives it in deep there into that turn. 2 turns to go now. And here we go, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go in the second stage of the race.
Let's go. White flag.
And we have seemingly just let Anderson back in it. Here he goes, driving it to the inside. Nope, we're going to block him off after turn 1, now into turn 2. Trying to hold on once again. Harrison Burton closes the gap. He's now a second behind the race lead. Look at how hard Burton's driving back there. We're just trying to stay in front of Anderson right now. Not going to allow him to get to the inside of us. Or the outside for that matter. Turn 4, now the sharp corner here in turn 5. We're going to make sure we don't overdrive it. But in that process of not trying to overdrive it, Anderson closes the gap once again. 3 turns to go. And it's going to be turns 7, 8, and 9. Final 3 turns. Anderson right on our back bumper now. Will he try to drive it in deep once again, just like he did the last lap? We're going to throw it in really deep to make sure he doesn't do it. Wow, we both ran it in deep that time. Couldn't get us. 1 turn to go. And coming out of turn number 9, Haley Deegan is going to win stage 2 and get another playoff point on the season in the second stage of the race. So Deegan wins stage 2. Anderson will finish second. Harrison Burton third. Johnny Sutter fourth. Parker Kligerman in 5th, Ty Gillen 6th, Brent Moffitt fell back to 7th, Stuart Friesen falls back to 8th, Enfinger up to 9th, and Ben Rhodes in 10th. We will go to the 3rd and final stage of this race. And we will have a 4-tire stop here at the stage break as well. We will have 21 to go. So we will have 21 laps left in this race when we go green. So hopefully going to try to run 10 or so green flag laps.
Brother has the green flag in his hand. Be ready here.
Here we go, green flag in the air.
Right side.
21 laps now to decide the finish of the race.
Right side.
Anderson trying to stay side by side with us for the race lead off of turn 1. Big block now. Coming our way. Will Anderson try the crossover? He does, but he can't quite get to our bumper, at least not yet. Johnny Sauter up to 3rd now. Oh, that was not a good move. We shouldn't have downshifted there. Here comes Anderson and Sauter. Sauter to the outside, looking for the lead.
Left side.
Oh, Sauter tries it in deep 3 wide now into turn 5. And somehow we were able to hold it without making any contact with each other. My goodness. I was not expecting them to both split me. Sauter went to our inside. On the outside went Anderson. Anderson even lost the spot because now Harrison Burton's up to 3rd. With the clean air here. And I'm sure this race is by no means over yet. We've shown even on longer runs, it just doesn't matter. We cannot pull away. Over the course of this race, 20 laps to go. We got 20 laps to try and decide the winner of this thing. If we get another playoff driver to win this race, that isn't me. They will lock themselves into the round of 6. Sauter still looking on us.
Right side. All right, you're clear.
They are throwing very aggressive blocks. You know, deeper driving it now into turn 5 once again into 6. Sauter beat us back to the gas, but we're able to stay in front of him, and now he's going to have the straightaway speed down the longest straightaway of the racetrack. Here he comes to the outside, now down to the inside. Look at us just shaking back and forth on one another here Both of us looking for aero dependency. At the start-finish line, we will go back to the regular camera for the rest of this race. It has been a good one so far. If you're just joining us, we have 19 laps to go here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And it's going to be a battle to the finish here between Deegan and Sauter. We go wide through turn one. Sauter going to get back in it again here. And our truck is only going to handle worse and worse as the laps tick on these older tires. Everybody is still one pit stop to the end of the race, and now we are going to get tight now into turn three. Sauter closes the gap again. He keeps looking inside, outside, back and forth, but he has not been able to get alongside of us yet since overtaking Anderson for second. Anderson has slid back to fourth right now, barely trying to hold on with Gilliland, and we'll see if Harrison Burton, another playoff driver, can maybe... Oh man, what the heck happened there as we get tight randomly in the middle of the corner.
Left side.
And wow, Sauter just closed that gap once again. I don't know what happened there, why we ended up in the grass off to the side. Slowed us down quite a bit. We're able to hold on to the lead, at least for right now, though. And of course, back to the line again. At 7/10 of a second lead, 18 laps to go. Wish it was 8 to go. Man, 18 laps is so long here. And we just got to keep trying to hit our marks to the end of this race as much as we possibly can. Sauter now within a few trunk lengths once again. Nope, not going to get us that time. At 11 laps left as far as the estimated fuel in this tank. You can see 74% tire wear on the left front. This truck is just getting beat up and abused over the course of this race as well. And a 1 second lead at the line now with 17 to go. So these last 2 laps now we have slightly pulled away. Of course, not by a lot, but Sauter drove it in deep into turn 2. Maybe just trying to set us up here into 3. Here he comes. He's going to try to shoot the gap. He's going to get there. Side by side for the lead. Sauter, Deegan, into turn 4. Quickly into 5. We're going to have the advantage.
Left side.
Getting the full truck out in front. Fake tie, a little bit of a wheel hop, and Deegan still able to not only power slide to stay in the lead, but we somehow beat him back to the gas in the process and put a little bit of a gap on him. That was a sketchy situation there. Wheel hopping it into turn 5, almost losing control. And instead quickly just pulling out to an even bigger lead. Just went from bad to good in a matter of seconds. And at the start-finish line, we're going to have about a little less than a 1 second lead. So over the course of the lap, Sauter did gain 1/10 of a second. And a lot of that was gained in the opening half of the lap. Accidentally downshifting what we probably shouldn't have there. To second, that is. Wonder how these pit stops are going to work. Going to have to make sure when we make our green flag stop, if it is under green, of course, we do not speed. We were close to speeding the last time we made our green flag stop. We got to make sure that we don't even come as close as we did. It's going to be the money stop. One set of tires left to the finish of this race, so we're definitely going to use it next time we pit. Oh, somebody just went wide into turn 5 and is sitting off to the side. It's Parker Kligerman, and around we go. Trying to quickly get right back into position. Taking some contact on the front bumper there with Johnny Sauter as we wheel hopped right after Parker Kligerman. One of the lap trucks wheel hopped into turn 5. He lost control, then we lost control. And now we're back to second. Luckily, we were able to regather it kind of quick. And we went from being in a 1 second lead to being back a second and a half of the race lead, but it could have been a lot worse. But I think it's because Johnny Sauter really got on the brakes hard there to try and avoid us. He made some contact, but was still good. And that also allowed Todd Gilliland to close the gap, because now Gilliland out of nowhere just over a second behind us in second. And he maybe is trying to close in and play spoiler in this race. Of course, Todd did win stage 1. We're doing a great job here trying to run Sauter back down for right now. Take it easy into turn 5. Again, we already wheel hopped it once. Well, twice, really. The one time we were able to save it, but the second time, as you saw last lap, we were not able to save it as we try to run down Sauter once again. Goes to show how quickly things can go from good to bad on a road course. You got to stay alert at all times. So looks like we've got some trucks hitting pit road this time. Towards the back of the field as we really gained on Sauter there through turn 7. And now into turn 8, really throwing it in deep. Contact is going to be made. At the line, Sauter leads the lap by inches, 13 laps to go. We're going to run way too wide though in turn 1. Turn 1 is just not a good corner to go side by side into, whether it is for the lead or not. And that costed us a ton of time once again as we quickly fall about a second and a third behind. And Todd Gilliland is closed into our back bumper. Is Gilliland possibly the fastest truck on the racetrack right now? Set of corners that time for Deegan. Trying to keep the gap under a second here. Our best corner on the racetrack is turn 7, and that's what we're about to hit next at the end of this long straightaway. We're gonna catch him slightly once again. Oh, looking to the inside now, and out of nowhere was looking to take it side by side, but we are right on the back bumper of Sauter, 12 laps to go. And the race for the lead is on once again with Gilliland only about a second behind us. Look at Sauter wiggle there a little bit, just trying to keep his truck on the inside.
Stay to your right.
Probably my worst corner on the track there through turn 3. We did pretty well that time. Again, though, Gilliland is closing the gap on us, not only with us racing hard with each other, of course, but I just think in general, he is now the fastest truck on these older tires. Oh, we get loose again, power sliding. That's going to cost us a little bit of time. Sauter beats us back to the gas, and he's going to slightly gap us now down this long straightaway. Gilliland now 0.8 of a second back from us. Are we close enough to make a move here in our best corner in turn 6, or are we going to have to wait? We're going to have to wait. Wow, we are there. Swinging it way wide. Sauter gives us a ton of room on the inside. Door to door at the start-finish line. 10 laps to go here at Canadian Tire. Sorry, 11 to go. 11 to go at Canadian Tire. Still side by side for the lead. Deegan on the right with Sauter on the left. Look at how deep we're going to run it into turn 2. Just trying to keep the truck on the racetrack. Gilliland is going to slide into second. Where did he come from? How quickly Todd Gilliland is in the picture. And we got a 3-truck race for the lead with 11 to go here at Canadian Tire. We've only had 2 cautions the entire race. We're about to hit lap traffic here in a matter of a lap or 2. And as we try to close the gap on Sauter once again, here we go. This is a 3-truck race for not only the lead, but possibly even the win. We'll see if Anderson can make it a 4-truck battle for the lead, because he's only 2.5 seconds back from where we're at. About 3 seconds off the leader of Sauter. Lap truck going to get in the way. Sauter's got to go to the outside of him. We're going to have to just follow Sauter to get around him. Oh, a little bump.
Still there.
That was accidental. I didn't think Sauter was going to get out of the gas that much. Well, it hurt us anyway, because it slowed us down enough to where Sauter is able to keep his full truck length out in front. 10 laps to go now this time.
Still there.
Gilliland easily going to get around the lap truck as well. We will have 9 laps to go this time, and I'm going to take my pit stop coming up here. Try to short pit, keep fresher tires to the end of the race. Oh, look at Sauter. Johnny Sauter goes a little loose there, coming out of turn 4, and out of the inside, here comes Haley Deegan. Sauter wins the battle back to the gas, though. We got through that lap truck a lot quicker than he did, but him going really wide there through turn 4 allowed us to close the gap once again, and maybe we stay out another lap here. We're going to try. We're going to stay out one more lap and then pit next time by. There's no signs of Sauter pitting this time, and so here we go. To the inside again. Lap truck of Lassard going to get in the way, though. Sauter leads the lap. Now we have 9 to go.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear.
That left front tire on our truck here really worn out. Look at the power slide there by Sauter into turn 2. We made a little bit of one of our own.
Left side. You got it. You're clear there.
Oh man, look at how loose we are. Just trying to really regather this race truck.
Bring it out pit road here. We're almost out of fuel.
This truck is like all over the place. Another big power slide. Gilliland got around us. He's up to second now. We'll see if we can get him back before we hit pit road. Yeah, we're going to have to pit this time. We were losing a little too much ground to the leader. Knew we probably should have pit that lap before, but it's all right. We're going to get back around Gilliland for now. Oh, contact! He almost turns us. Sauter's going to come on the pit road. He almost missed it. Sauter almost misses pit road. He's able to get on quickly in time, as are we, and Gilliland behind us. So all of the top three are going to pit as of right now. And because everybody is going to pit, that is going to make this a battle off of pit road. Whoever wins this race off of pit road during this green flag stop will be the leader. We're going to take 4 tires. I'm sure everybody else will. We do have to repair the damage we have on the truck, though. As you can tell, we were a lot slower, especially in traffic. We had no match to get around Sauter. We tried so many times. Oh no, there they both go. Gilliland and Sauter going to get on by and off of pit road here before we're off. That is costly. Deegan was second on the pit road, and now quickly comes off of pit road. Likely going to be in third, and we're going to be a couple seconds behind the 2 leaders. Money time. We got to run them down. Are we going to have enough laps? Will the lap traffic play out in our favor as well? It pays out more in our favor than theirs. There they are up ahead there. We're going to do everything we can right now. Jordan Anderson currently the race leader, but I believe he is on pit road. Yes, he is. So he just hit pit road. He decided to stay out another lap. Maybe just to try something a little different. Running in deep there. We're going to get around the lap truck of Gilliland. And caution. The caution will fly with 8 laps to go. Our 3rd yellow of the race. And this is going to set up something interesting. So Jordan Anderson was on pit road at the time of the caution, so he is going to hold on to the lead. We saw at the end of stage 2, he actually had a decently fast truck, and that is going to hurt us big time here. We're only going to gain 1 spot. We will restart in 9th. Everybody on fresh tires. Can we drive through the field and hopefully win this race? The green flag is back in the air at Canadian Tire. We can't get to the inside, at least not right now. We're going to try to take it 3 wide all the way around the outside of these guys instead. See, only wide, look at it, 3 wide for the lead. Up ahead, contact with Moffitt. Middle of the pack, everybody's all over the place looking for the lead. 3-1 for second. Rhodes brings in Enfinger. Unbelievable. Harrison Rhodes up to second now. What a crazy restart. As we try to move through gears. Leaders off the racetrack. Anderson goes off the track. He goes wide. We slide the tires. We're going to move up a spot. And Anderson was looking like he was going to run away with it. And now 3 wide. Up the middle goes Deegan. Down the longest straightaway of the racetrack. What a move to the lead. And 1 lap from 9th to 1st. Who saw that coming? But now can we hold on? What a crazy restart. So much happened there. I believe Anderson was able to get back on track at least to stay in the top 10. And at the line, we now have 3 laps to go. 3 to go. And will we stay green to the end, or will we get another caution and stack them back up again? Because that's not impossible either. We got to make sure we stay on the track. We almost went wide off of turn 3. Race is not over yet. Enfinger's going to try his best. Starting at the rear of the field, might be in a must-win scenario to make it into the round of 6. He did not score well on points, DNFing in the last race at Bristol. With 6 laps to go, it looked like he blew an engine, never came back on the track. Now, he's in second here. It's going to be a good points day, but that might not cut it. He might need to win. We do have another race at Vegas in the round after this, but you can't bank on that. You can tell he's probably going to go for broke if he gets the opportunity. At the line this time, Hailie Deegan has 2 laps to go and about a 1.5 lead.
White flag, next time 5.
I don't want to know what happened to Todd Gilliland and Johnny Sauter. I mean, they're not even in the top 5 right now and probably still battling back in traffic. We're slightly pulling away from Enfinger now, just about a 2-second lead. We'll end the race whether it is the yellow or the checker, as we try to keep our win streak alive on the channel here on NASCAR Heat 4. Sauter is up to 5th, but he might need another caution to try and get back into this. I'm hoping we stay green at this point. I don't need any more drama. I don't think my heart can take it. Just 2 corners away. We're going to get there. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Canadian Tire. 2.5-second lead. Sauter's still back in 5th, about 6 seconds off the lead. It is seemingly over for him. Just a matter of if Grant Enfinger can maybe close the gap. That's really the last of anybody's hopes here. We're going to take it really, really easy going into turn 5. We already spun ourselves around once. Going to make sure we don't do that here. Taking it super easy. Probably the easiest I've taken those corners all day long. We gave up about a 1 to 1.5 seconds, but we still have a little less than a 2-second lead with our best 3 corners on the track coming in the final 3 corners. So just 3 more turns away here for Hailie Deegan from getting yet another win, starting the playoffs 2-0 on our quest for a championship here in the 2020 Gander Outdoor Truck Series season. Through the final corner for the final time, checker flag in the air off of turn 9. Hailie Deegan is going to win at Canadian Tire.
Checker flag's in the air, it's yours.
What a fun race all throughout and a fun finish at that. One of the better races on the season. Canadian Tire never disappoints in the Truck Series. Usually puts on a pretty good show, especially in recent years. Look to burn it out here. Our victory celebration. Scoring 6 playoff points in this race, getting a win in stage 2 and winning the race. We did not win stage 1. Todd Gilliland won the first stage of the race. So that is going to be it for this one. 72 minutes total time of the race, 1 hour 12 minutes. For those of you who watched, hit the like button if you enjoyed the race, the commentary, the video in general. It was a great one. I think it deserves a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button for more NASCAR daily content. I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll catch you next time.